Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the ultimate comfort food, khichdi. Khichdi is essentially boiled rice and lentils, tempered with spices depending on how ill you are or how lavish you want to get. Today, I'm going to show you a very basic, the simplest khichdi recipe ever. I'm going to put about a third cup of moong dal, which is essentially yellow, skinless lentils. I use these because they're super easy to digest. They also cook very quickly. To that, I'm going to add about a cup of basmati rice. Now, I find 3:1 the perfect quantity in terms of a khichdi, but of course, adjust this to your preference if you fancy. What's going to happen is I'm going to now give this a good wash under the sink just to get all the dust off them. And you'll know when you're done because the water underneath is going to run quite clear. That goes into my pan. I'm going to drop in here 1 bay leaf and a stick of cinnamon. And then about 3 cups of freshly boiled water. Bring that to a boil. Now, it is usual to put turmeric at this stage, but I like to wait for the foam and the scum of the dal and rice to rise to the surface, remove that first, and then add my turmeric. So we'll just have to wait a bit for this mixture to bubble up. So you'll see now that there's this little foam rising to the surface. I've obviously washed my dal and rice very well, and the amount of foam and scum you get will entirely depend on that. So just scoop it off, literally just take it off with a wooden spoon or a spatula and then toss it away in the sink. Now is a good time to drop in a teaspoon of turmeric. What this is going to do is add a lot of color, but also flavor, and turmeric, as we know, is amazing for you. Initially, it's going to go quite day glow yellow. Don't worry too much. As the rice and lentils cook, the color is going to soften and it's all going to look much more edible. Keep this bubbling for about 15 minutes. Now, if it gets too dry and the lentils aren't cooked, you may need to add a bit more hot water, but we'll see how we get on. You can see the colors already changing to a much more muted shade of yellow. This khichdi is ready for water, and you know because the rice and the dal are soaking up all the moisture and it's almost losing its ability to float around in a soup. So I'm going to add another cuppa, and that should keep it bubbling nicely. You'll see the water is now drying out again. We want to keep this cooking. So I'm going to add another hot cup of water. Now you need to make sure you're also stirring this from time to time because the lentils have a tendency to get stuck on the bottom. Nearly there. The rice and lentils are stewing beautifully. I'm going to go in with just another half a cup of water because we want to keep this lovely runny texture. But by the same token, we want the rice and lentils to cook through properly. While that's finishing off, I'm going to make some papad because it's actually criminal to eat khichdi without papad, and also pickle. There should be a law against it, if you ask me. So you will see it's got this lovely runny texture that actually dries out as it cools. So don't worry too much if you think it's watery. It should be really comforting and lovely in a bowl. All we have to do now to finish this is add a bit of salt and then drop on the vast quantity of ghee it needs to be that giant hug in a bowl. Now to give it a little taste test, make sure we've got everything just perfect. Amazing. This is lentils like you've never seen them. So soft, so comforting. That ghee just finishes it off beautifully. And the spices in there are so gentle. Really, it needs nothing else. Guys, if you've enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave me a comment or say like. And of course, subscribe for more videos just like this one. Thank you for watching.